उसके ऊपर मैं मुंबई पुलिस को ऐसे बात करूंगा, स्टेटमेंट दूंगा।
Disha Salyan case investigation gains pace. Mumbai police summoned BJP leader Nitesh Rane, asks him to submit the evidence he claims he has. First up, viewers, let's talk about the BMW brat, because this is another hit and run case, but this time it's the hit and drag and then murder case, because the victim who was on the bike was dragged for a few meters and then she was mowed down by this Mihir Shah, the accused, who is now embroiled in a legal case. His driver has now been sent to 14 days judicial custody, and more details have started emerging now. What we have found out is that Mihir Shah didn't just drink in one pub, but he also stopped at another pub after tapas, the spot where he got inebriated, and then he made another pit stop. He got drunk even more, and then it resulted in a very tragic night for one family. Here's the story.
The probe into the BMW horror has deepened. As part of the investigation, the police recreated the horrific scene from CJ House, Worli to C-Link.
यहाँ से एकदम सीजे हाउस के सामने से जब वो गिरे गाड़ी के बोनेट पे, तभी जो गाड़ी चला रहा था आरोपी मिहिर शाह, उसने घसीट के इसी रास्ते से सीधा लेके गया गाड़ी जो जाता है वर्ली सीलिंग की तरफ, जो यहाँ से 2 किलोमीटर का रास्ता है, डिस्टेंस है। यहाँ से 2 किलोमीटर तक गाड़ी घसीट के वो लेके गया और वो गाड़ी में कावेरी जी गाड़ी के बोनेट से नीचे गिरी और उनको घसीट के सीधा लेके गया। जैसा कावेरी जी के पति का बोलना है, अगर वो यहाँ पे इस जगह पे गाड़ी रोक देता, शायद कावेरी जी आज बच जाते, ये दर्दनाक हादसा नहीं होता।
In the meanwhile, the probe conducted by the Mumbai police revealed that after drinking at Juhu Tapas bar, the BMW brat also drank alcohol at a place between Borivali and Malad. Maharashtra government has initiated a crackdown. The bar where Mihir got intoxicated was razed. The government has also imposed strict rules where, as a form of punishment, the driving license of the drunk person will be terminated for as long as 3 months. The perpetrators are being punished under stringent sections of the law, but the lives of Kaveri, Anish and Ashwini can never be brought back.
Now moving on, viewers, careers and the future of lakhs of NEET aspirants continues to hang in the balance because the case is still underway. The Supreme Court was supposed to have a crucial hearing today, but it has postponed it for the next week. And amidst that, the CBI has now initiated crackdown. It has arrested the Patna paper leak mastermind named Rakesh, alias Rocky. Along with that, searches have also widened to 4 different places, 3 in Patna, 1 in Kolkata as well. Now, as these searches widen, the chorus for re-examination continues to grow louder, but the government, on the other hand, responding to the students based on the IIT Madras survey, has said that there were no irregularities and there will not be a re-examination. Here's a report.
The future of lakhs of students continues to hang in the balance. The Supreme Court today adjourned the hearing on the NEET UG plea. The chorus for a re-examination is only gaining momentum.
मैं तो सोचा था कि आज ही मैटर ख़त्म हो जाए, जो रिजल्ट आना है पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव आए, पर अब पता नहीं क्यों टाल दी गई। अभी तो लंच टाइम था, हम सोच रहे थे लंच हो रहा होगा, अगला हमारा ही होगा, पर पता नहीं क्यों टाल दी गई है कल के लिए। हमें रीज़न भी तो पता है कि क्यों टाली गई है, जब सब कुछ दोनों पक्षों ने अपना जमा करवा दिया है तो हमें तो पता करना है कि क्यों टाल दी गई। हम क्योंकि उम्मीद लेके आए थे, रोज़ इतनी गर्मी में हम आते हैं, उन्हें सोचना चाहिए कि बच्चे यहाँ पे क्यों आ रहे हैं। हम तो यही एक्सपेक्टेशन करते हैं कि रीनीट हो, भले ही एनटीए ने गवर्नमेंट ने अपनी तरफ से जो सबूत दिए, तो हमारी तरफ से भी कुछ सबूत होंगे जो स्ट्रांग होंगे, तो हमें कोई डर नहीं है। हम जो सीजीआई बोलेंगे हम वो ऑर्डर फॉलो करेंगे, पर हम सब चाहते हैं कि रीनीट हो।
Amid pan-India protests, the centre has claimed no mass malpractices in the conduct of the NEET UG examination 2024.
The NEET aspirants have to wait another week before there is any hope from the Supreme Court, as they were eyeing the verdict from the Supreme Court today regarding the paper leak and the conduction of re-NEET examinations. The Supreme Court has deferred the hearing till next Thursday, that is the 18th of this very month. On the other hand, there have been an investigation report that has been filed by the CBI and the NTA's affidavit that has been given in the court that denies a mass malpractice when it comes to the paper leak allegations that have been given by the students time and again.
Under heavy scrutiny inside and outside Parliament, the centre has denied a paper leak. In its affidavit, the centre backed an IIT Madras survey that found no quote-unquote irregularities in the exam's conduct.
एनटीए का स्टैंड जो है वो टाइम पर चेंज हो रहा है। पहले एनटीए ने इनिशियली माना कि इसमें कोई लीक नहीं हुआ, बाद में 6 जून को उन्होंने अपना एक एफएक्यू रिलीज़ करा जिसमें उन्होंने माना कि पेपर वायरल हुआ था सोशल मीडिया पर, लेकिन उसका एक्सेस नहीं था। लास्ट हियरिंग पे उन्होंने माना कि लिमिटेड स्केल पर जो है, लोकलाइज लेवल पे जो है ये लीक हुआ है, पर आज उन्होंने तो अपने काउंटर एफिडेविट में पटना के लीक केस को भी लीक नहीं माना है।
Politics, meanwhile, continues to brew over the NEET paper leak row. Tamil Nadu BJP chief K. Annamalai has hailed the IIT survey and slammed the Indie for fear-mongering. The students' outcry cannot be dismissed anymore. Will the judiciary be able to provide respite to the young aspirants?
Viewers, now protesters have resumed demonstrations at the Shambhu border. The Shambhu border has once again been hijacked by these protesters. In fact, the High Court has also allowed the removal of barricades which they have welcomed. But now the farmers have continued to be unrelenting and they have said that they will not evacuate from the Shambhu border till their demands are met. Here's the complete story.
Protesters disguised as farmers are back on the streets. Nearly 5 months after farmers laid siege at the Shambhu border, the Punjab and Haryana High Court has set the record straight. Cracking the whip, the court directed the Haryana government to dismantle barricades at the border within 7 days. The decision came in response to multiple petitions on the impact of the barricades on daily commute.
हम पहला भी दिल्ली से जा रहे था, किसान दिल्ली ਨੂੰ जा रहे था, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ बैरिकेड ला के सानू रोकया गया था। ਅਸੀਂ तो जा रहे था दिल्ली में, सानू तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं था, दिल्ली जाके ठहरना था। हमें आपकी मांगें सरकार को याद करवाने जा रहे था भी हमारी एमएसपी या हमारी जो मांगा हैं वो जो लिखती में रूप में मुकर गया था मोदी, उसनू याद करवाने जा रहे था। हम इन्होंने हमनू रोकया गया। मुझे जो सवाल है डल्लेवाल साहब और पंदेर साहब जैसे कहेंगे उसे बात होएगी, तो कहेंगे यहाँ पर रुकना है यहाँ पर ही रुकेंगे, जो ऑर्डर करेंगे तो दिल्ली जावांगे। असी कोई रास्ता नहीं रोकया था, ये सरकार ने रोकया था, हम दिल्ली जा रहे थे।
So as we can see that the farmers here are really very agitated, and because their demands aren't being met by the government, and henceforth they will not move here anytime soon.
Despite the court's directive, the protesters remain adamant. They say their demand to make MSP a legal guarantee is legitimate and the stir will continue until these demands echo in the political corridors.
अच्छा, जैसे जब हरियाणा हाई कोर्ट ने ये डिसीजन दिया है कि ये बैरिकेड्स हटा दो, अभी भी आपकी दिल्ली कूच करेंगे आप?
देखो, हम तो पहले कह चुके हैं भाई कि हमारा आंदोलन तो दिल्ली की सरकार के खिलाफ आंदोलन था, बहुत जायज मांगों का आंदोलन था। हमारा कोई ये मकसद नहीं है किसी का रास्ते को रोकना, किसी का नुकसान करना। ये तो हमारी प्रॉपर्टी है, ये ना तो नरेंद्र मोदी की प्रॉपर्टी है, ना किसी खट्टर की प्रॉपर्टी थी, ना ये भगवंत मान की प्रॉपर्टी है। ये सड़कें हैं, जो सरकारी बिल्डिंगें हैं, ये तो हमारी प्रॉपर्टी है। हमारी प्रॉपर्टी को हम नुकसान पहुँचाने वाले लोग नहीं हैं। हमारे देश का फिक्र हमको है, इसलिए तो हम अपनी मांगों पे अड़े हुए हैं कि एमएसपी वे कानून की व्यवस्था बनाई जाए ताकि हमारे देश का जो खेतीबाड़ी सेक्टर है वो और प्रफुल्लित होए, तो हमारे देश में रोजगार बढ़े, हमारे देश में जो किसान मजदूर खुदकुशियां कर रहे हैं उसके किसान बाहर आए हैं खुदकुशियों से, तो हमारा देश तरक्की करे।
With the ongoing stir and with the government already delivering on the MSP demand, why must the protesters continue to hold on to a non-issue?
Viewers, every single year there are about 10 lakh aspirants who would dream to become IAS officers, and only 0.2% of people succeed in these exams. But sadly, one such IAS trainee in our country is under the scanner because she has faked her OBC card. She has faked her physical and mental disability certificates as well. And on top of that, when she was asked to appear for a medical examination at AIIMS, she completely rejected and she denied, and she didn't even take up the medical test to prove her disabilities. And furthermore, what's even more shocking is the kind of mindset that she has come up with, because as soon as she became an IAS trainee, the first few demands of hers were bizarre. She demanded for a government vehicle, a siren, a bungalow and whatnot. So now the Pune police have arrived at her doorstep. She is apparently a VVIP's daughter, and the opposition now claims that there are flaws in the system. Here's the story.
These are the visuals of Pooja Khedkar, a trainee IAS officer who is under scanner for her VVIP demands. From allegedly lying about visual and mental disabilities to demands over a house, car, and office, this entitled bureaucrat's commands knows no bounds.
A numbering in which one needs to be, fill the form in order to get selected. Now, in the same sequence, she had choose number 5 in that very column, which means a person who has multiple disorder or disability, that person is eligible for that very position. Ultimately, there is a committee, in fact, which scrutinizes these kinds of forms and also examines the candidate as well. Now, there were multiple notices and multiple times that committee had, in fact, asked Pooja Khedkar to appear for medical examination in order to, in fact, find out the disabilities in her. But ultimately, she never, she always aborted that very examination. The medical examinations were aborted by Pooja Khedkar.
Republic has accessed chats exchanged between Khedkar and the Pune collector. The chats display her sheer insistence on these demands before her joining date. The situation escalated despite objection from administrative authorities. Further probe also revealed that she had falsified her OBC status. Following the district collector's report and mounting controversies, Khedkar was transferred to Washim district. With a tainted IAS receiving flack, is it time for an overhaul in the UPSC system?
Viewers, the Valmiki community in Karnataka claims that it is being betrayed by the ruling dispensation because 180 crore rupees meant for the development of the Valmiki and the ST communities has been siphoned off. And two prominent faces. One is Mr. Nagendra, a former minister, and his PA Harish are being grilled by the Enforcement Directorate for about 35 hours now, and it's probably even more. And the Deputy Chief Minister, when confronted by Republic TV, he had no answers. He remained silent on the entire scam, but he had all the courage to say that the Enforcement Directorate is carrying out a targeted raid on its leaders. Take a look at this report.
The Sitaramaya government is riddled in scams. Congress leader Nagendra's PA Harish, who's under ED custody, was seen inside a car with ED officials today.
A team of Enforcement Directorate officials accompanied by a CRPF, person is leaving now. So these are the visuals that you are getting in, and also now they are going ahead along with some of the documents out there as well. So you can see that this is a CRPF person, and there is one accused who is being taken in now. There is an accused who is being taken in fact, and that is the PA. We get to understand that it is the PA who is now being taken in. Nagendra's PA is being taken in. Nagendra's PA is being taken in. So we will need to wait in and watch as to what will happen as well. So this is something that needs to be seen, because the minister is still inside. The former minister is still inside. He's still inside his apartment. But then we are going ahead and seeing that his PA has again been taken in.
Sir, ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ನಿಗಮದ ಹಣ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಣಕಾಸು ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಟ್ರೆಜರಿಯಿಂದನೇ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ರಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಸರ್. ಹಣಕಾಸು ಇಲಾಖೆ ಸಿಎಂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಅವ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು.
ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹಣಕಾಸು ಇಲಾಖೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಫೈಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ
ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮುಜರಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇಡೀ ಇದು ದಾಳಿ.
The BJP is cornering the Congress government on the matter.
Has been allotted arbitrarily for the influential people under this tenure of Siddaramaiah ji, saying that such a big scam has taken place in Muda, Mysore Development Authority. Even after the report has been submitted by District Commissioner, the allotment of sites has continued till today.
The probing agencies are turning up the heat to get to the bottom of the multi-crore scam in Karnataka.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Creating a world using sapphire to power change. Manufacturing semiconductors by resident Indians. India, pushing boundaries of possibility and innovating a brighter tomorrow. Semiconductors from India, now from Polymatic.
more trucks, more manpower, more warehouses. This is the first thing that they need to do, to increase their logistical capabilities. Second, they need to figure out a way to work together. They are not alone in the humanitarian effort. There are other international organizations that want to take a part. Sometimes they are pushing aside. So this is another thing that I will address, and I think that they need to bring them in order to increase the volume of the humanitarian support. And third, to stop publish false narratives and false reports. This is the most important issue. Because if you want to work together, let's work together, not get into a blame game. We are willing to scan more. We are not prioritizing, and we are not the one to decide how many trucks will come into the crossing. They will decide. As many trucks that they will send, we will scan and move. But for a fact, and you will see it in a minute, there is no space on the Palestinian side because they have no logistical capabilities. So even if we will bring 1,000 trucks today, there's nowhere to put it on the Palestinian side. That's the main problem.
In 2023, when the assembly elections happened, the margin of difference between the victor and the runner-up, that is us, Congress and BRS, was about 4 lakh votes. Regional parties, when they face a defeat, they have the ability to rise like a phoenix. You can take a look at Chandrababu Naidu ji. 5 years ago, his party faced a rout in Andhra, but today he's become indispensable to Prime Minister Modi. It's a matter of time before we come back, because we know कांग्रेस ने जो यहाँ पे हसीन सपने दिखाए, they can't deliver.
Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Start your cracking news of the hour.
Oh, I'm very happy to join in Washington District, and I'm looking forward to working in it.
IAS trainee officer Pooja Khedkar shunted for allegedly misusing benefits and high-handedness.
मेरे पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है जो ये प्रूव कर सकता है कि ये मर्डर है और उसमें आदित्य ठाकरे का हाथ है, तो उसके ऊपर मैं मुंबई पुलिस को ऐसे बात करूंगा, स्टेटमेंट दूंगा.
Disha Salyan case investigation gains pace. Mumbai police summons BJP leader Nitesh Rane, asks him to submit evidence. Big development in the Mumbai hit and run case. Accused drivers sent to 14 days judicial custody. NEET paper leak kingpin Rocky alias Rakesh Sharma arrested from outer Patna area. Republic Kannada questions DK Shivakumar on Karnataka treasury loot, but he remains silent. And ahead of the budget session next week, Prime Minister holds meet with Nirmala Sitharaman and top economists at the Niti Aayog. All right, let's begin this live and breaking with a big lead coming in connection with the Pune VVIP entitlement case. An official has informed Republic that the Prime Minister's office has sought a report on the matter from the Pune collector. Remember, IAS officer Pooja Khedkar and her VVIP tantrums led to the Maharashtra government transferring her to Washim from her earlier posting in Pune, and now we are getting to hear that Prime Minister's office has sought a report. Remember, the IAS as a central service comes under the Department of Personnel and Training, which directly reports to the Prime Minister's office, given the fact that the DOPT is handled by MOS in the PMO, in this case Jitendra Singh. Now we are getting to hear that in this VVIP IAS trainee Pooja Khedkar case, even the Prime Minister's office has sought a report from the Pune collector via the Department of Personnel and Training, the reporting ministry of all IAS officers. I'm told Sandeep joins us live from Mumbai. Sandeep, what more can you share about this development with our viewers as to what action is likely by the central government also after the state government transferred the concerned officer?
See, this is the latest update that we are getting, Abhishek, in this very matter, that the Prime Minister's office has now, in fact, summoned Pune Collectorate regarding this very whole, case. And in fact, the way she got selected, that is something that needs to be scrutinized. Remember, as far as this case is concerned, there are some evidences, like there are chats wherein she is demanding to renovate, her office, or in fact, demanding an office, a specific office, how it should be designed, in fact, what all necessary arrangement needs to be made. That is being, in fact, under the scrutinization. So the WhatsApp chats are the part of the report that has been, in fact, given to the state government of Maharashtra. So the similar kind of report would be, in fact, given to Prime Minister office. Remember, as far as the wrongdoing is concerned, it is being said that she belongs to a very powerful family. Her father, her grandfather was also an IAS, and in fact she had got 841 marks, rank. That was the rank that she had got, and she got that rank under the disability category. So ultimately she was summoned by the people who do the medical test as well. So ultimately she failed to go before that very team in order to get her medical checkup done. But ultimately there are several questions being raised raised that how these women get posted and in such as an assistant collector of Pune as well. So ultimately, the scrutinizing and in fact the inquiry is underway, and now another report has been in fact sought by the Prime Minister office. So ultimately, it is very crucial to see what action that the central government would be taking in this case.
Right, Sandeep, thank you so much for sharing those details with us. And with that, we move on to the next story, which is connected with Bengal and all those episodes of violence that have been reported over the last fortnight. Bengal's leader of opposition, Suvendu Adhikari, met Home Minister Amit Shah today in New Delhi. In a post, Adhikari said, and I quote, "I would like to thank Honorable Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Amit Shah for sparing 45 minutes today at his residence in New Delhi. Honorable Minister patiently listened about the mob violence that has gripped West Bengal and the atrocities committed on women by TMC leaders Tajamul alias JZB in Chopra and Jayant Singh in Kamarhati, Aryadha. He inquired about victims of the post-poll violence." That's Amit Shah in the picture, listening to Suvendu Adhikari. I am going to be joined in. I'm going to be joined in by Kishalai from our Kolkata newsroom on this story, and let's try to understand more on this. Kishalai, over to you. Suvendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition of Bengal, met Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and through his post, we understand that the Union Home Minister was briefed about a recent spate in instances of mob violence in Bengal. You think there's something possibly going to happen on that front? For example, the central government asking the Bengal government to submit a report. What are the demands with which the leader of opposition of Bengal has met the Union Home Minister?
Well, exactly. This very important meeting comes at a time when several videos of mob violence, of khap panchayats, and how TMC leaders are torturing, allegedly TMC leaders are torturing the common people, are coming out in the social media and also coming out in foray. And now, right now, Suvendu Adhikari has submitted a pen drive to Home Minister Amit Shah, in which all the details about these mob violences have been given, including the ones at Uttar Dinajpur, North Dinajpur, where we saw a couple was thrashed for quote-unquote illicit relationship by a TMC leader called Tajamul Islam. That was a khap panchayat case. We saw in North 24 Pargana, Aryadaho, Kamarhati, where this person, Jayant Singh, has committed several atrocities against women and minors. We saw how a woman was, several times there has been reports of mob violence and khap panchayats in various parts of West Bengal, including Kuch Bihar, where a woman was paraded naked and was beaten because she was a part of the BJP. Now, all these details have been submitted to Amit Shah. We are learning that there was a very important discussion about the way forward, and also all the details about how post-poll violence unfolded after the Lok Sabha elections have been given to the Home Minister. Now, we are learning that there might be very important steps and actions which can be taken against all these. Now, we have to see what happens next, but all the informations are with the Home Minister right now.
Okay, thank you so much, Kishala, with those details. Those worrisome episodes of mob violence in Bengal obviously reaching the center, and likely action to be taken. Moving on, breaking news in the probe into the NEET scam, remember, which is being looked into by the CBI. The agency, in fact, has now arrested Rocky alias Rakesh Ranjan in the NEET paper leak case. According to sources in the agency, Rocky is the kingpin of this gang, which was active in Patna. CBI has taken Rocky on a 10-day remand after presenting him in a court. CBI is currently conducting raids at 4 places in the NEET paper leak case, and the raids are going on in and around Patna and also Kolkata. These are the pictures of Rocky alias Rakesh Ranjan on the left side of your screen. Moving on now, and these pictures of from earlier when the agency brought Rocky to a local court in Patna and took him on remand for 10 days, even as parallelly raids continue as investigation picks pace in the NEET scam. All right, again, another breaking news development, starting this one with the breaking news coming in from Andhra Pradesh. Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has sharpened his attack on former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy by comparing him to Kim Jong-un of North Korea. We'll have to listen to Chandrababu Naidu to understand in which context he has made the comparison. Remember, the NDA led by the TDP came to power in Andhra Pradesh in the assembly elections that were held along with the general elections in the month of June, and since then Chandrababu Naidu has been sharpening his attacks on former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy. I'm told Aneri is going to be live with us. Aneri, in fact, is live with us from Hyderabad, and let's go to her to understand the context. Aneri, Chandrababu Naidu, not the first time, but sharpening his attack on Jagan Mohan Reddy. What was the context in which he made this comment and the comparison?
Well, Abhishek, what we are seeing is that today is exactly 1 month of Chandrababu Naidu's government in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And remember, today Chandrababu Naidu was on a tour in Uttarandhra, where he had visited a few projects, and later, while addressing a gathering there in Uttarandhra, we had seen Chandrababu Naidu launching a scaling attack on the former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, where he has compared Jagan Mohan Reddy to Kim Jong, where he says that there is one Kim in North Korea, and if you cry or if you laugh, he will attack you. And similar way, we have one here as well who has, and because of him, everyone has suffered a lot. Referring to Jagan Mohan Reddy, Chandrababu Naidu has launched a scaling attack where he has also mentioned that Jagan Mohan Reddy in the last 5 years of his term has not done anything, whereas people have suffered badly due to Jagan Mohan Reddy. But however, now the good days have begun for the people and they do not need to worry, is what Chandrababu Naidu says. But yes, face-off between the YSRCP and the TDP has been escalating day by day, and now Chandrababu Naidu compares Jagan Mohan Reddy to a gym, where he says that there is one in North Korea who attacks on the people if they laugh or cry, and similar way there was one here as well. But now you don't have to worry, is what Chandrababu Naidu says.
All right, thank you so much, Aneri. 1 month of the Chandrababu Naidu government in Andhra Pradesh, and he using the opportunity to get back at former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy. Moving on, let's look at some other stories from across the country in a wrap of Bharat in 5 minutes. Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini addressed long-standing concerns over Lal Dora land in villages used for non-agriculture purposes, emphasizing that people lacked ownership rights, registry and financial transactions on such lands. He further stated that previous legal uncertainties created fear among residents. Saini asserted his government's a successful resolution of these issues, providing relief to affected individuals by enabling them to gain legal recognition and rights over those Lal Dora lands.
लाल डोरा की समस्या को लेकर के या लंबे समय से शहरी क्षेत्र में जो लोग दुकान के ऊपर बैठे थे, वो उनका मालिकाना हक नहीं था और कहीं तो लिटिगेशन के अंदर थे, कोर्ट के अंदर केस चल रहे थे। मैं पूरे आप सबको इस अवसर के ऊपर बधाई भी देता हूं और हरियाणा प्रदेश के कोने कोने से जुड़े हुए हमारे सभी जो लाभार्थी बेनिफिशरीज हैं, उनको भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav criticized Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, accusing them of causing chaos in Delhi and making false promises. He highlighted issues like water scarcity and alleged focus on liquor rather than governance. Vaishnav raised concerns over scams and corruption allegations involving AAP and Congress, referring to an ED charge sheet presented in the court. He also urged Delhi residents to consider whether Kejriwal and the AAP Congress alliance are capable of making Delhi a world-class city, questioning their suitability based on governance and integrity issues.
ईडी ने चार्जशीट किया है, सारे के सारे विषयों पे फैक्ट के साथ, डेटा के साथ कोर्ट में चार्जशीट दाखिल की है। जो अरविंद केजरीवाल बार बार बोल रहे थे कि कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, आज सारी एविडेंस कोर्ट के सामने प्रस्तुत की गई है। दिल्ली के निवासियों को तय करना है कि दिल्ली को एक वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी बनाने के लिए, एक अच्छी सुविधाओं वाली सिटी बनाने के लिए, शहर बनाने के लिए, एक जो कैपिटल का जिस तरह की फैसिलिटीज़ चाहिए, क्या उसके लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल उपयुक्त है?
Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri highlighted India's potential for significant investments in energy exploration, projecting $100 billion opportunities by 2030. Speaking at the Urja Varta 2024 in Delhi, he emphasized the untapped potential in India's 26 sedimentary basins despite current exploration efforts covering only 10% of that area. Puri underscored the government's commitment to boost exploration to 16% by 2024 through upcoming block awards. He praised scientific technology's role, citing a 7,500 crore investment in seismic and aerial data acquisition. The event themed Collaborate, Innovate, Synergize aims to drive a resilient and sustainable energy sector through insightful discussions and networking opportunities. The Delhi High Court upheld a regulation by FSSAI increasing the size of statutory warnings on pan masala packages to 50% of the front level from previous 3 millimeters. The court dismissed a plea by pan masala manufacturers, affirming that the larger warning size is crucial for public health awareness and proportional to its aim. The judgment noted discussions by MOH, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, on health guidelines for areca nuts, recommending prominent warnings akin to tobacco. The court rejected claims for parity with alcohol warning sizes, affirming FSSAI's decision pending review. Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar defended the state against National Commission for Scheduled Castes notice regarding alleged SC/ST fund diversion. He cited a state law mandating specific community allocations similar to the Andhra Pradesh's precedent. Shivakumar asserted the legality and appropriateness of such measures, rejecting accusations of wrongdoing. The statement comes amid scrutiny over funds earmarked for SC/ST communities in Karnataka as the NCSC investigates potential discrepancies.
Shame on the National Secretary. If the National Secretary is there, let the issue to the central government. We have brought a law. Whatever money we are spending to the same community people. We have made a law in this state that this percentage of money we are going to spend to the concerned to this one. So in whatever 38 crores or 33 crores or 28 crores, whatever is there, we brought a law in this state. First time Andhra Pradesh had brought it, second time we have brought it, and we are giving to those same section of the society. What's wrong in it? There is nothing wrong in it.
Disha death probe back in focus. Entitled Trainee IAS Shunted. Scam after scam in Karnataka. Republic super exclusive coverage only on This Is Exclusive at 7 p.m. today.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Creating a world using Sapphire to power change. Manufacturing semiconductors by resident Indians. India, pushing boundaries of possibility and innovating a brighter tomorrow. Semiconductors from India, now from Polymatic.
also tells the story of the history of collecting, right back to George IV, and many of the contents that are in this wing came from Brighton Pavilion, his pleasure palace down on the south coast. But also it tells us a lot about Queen Victoria and Prince Albert and the way that they had this wing built and the way that they occupied and used it, because many of the pieces that we see here have been here literally since the wing was completed in 1850.
Right, getting in visuals from Pakistan's Quetta, peaceful foot march of locals was retaliated with barbarism of Pakistani forces. Massive tear gas shelling was reported on peaceful protesters in Quetta. The local government spokesperson said protesters attempted to breach a red zone, post which police had to use force.
Interstate coordination meet that was called in Jammu's Kathua by the Jammu and Kashmir police along with the Punjab police and the border security force is underway for last 3 hours, and a threadbare discussion is underway on the prevailing security scenario. We'll be continuing with this rolling coverage right after a short break on Republic TV.
Character, the taste of success.
मेरा सेविंग्स अकाउंट ओपन हो गया और बैंक भी जाना नहीं पड़ा।
Really? तू जानता है इसका बैंक कौन है?
कौन है सर?
SBI. Open digital savings account using video KYC. इसे कहते हैं solid bank की solid backing.
We're in the land of the birds now.
Okay, nature boy, what's that bird then?
It's a male finch. They give seeds to females in a bonding ritual.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता, उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
वीर कहता है गाँव वालों को प्लेन में बिठाएगा, वो जो कहता है करके दिखाता है, करेगा ना?
ओ आई।
बस चलो उड़।
मैं आम आदमी के लिए सिर्फ कॉस्ट बैरियर नहीं, साला कास्ट बैरियर भी तोड़ना चाहता हूँ।
Hotel Management with AI. Join IIHM, International Institute of Hotel Management.
PhonePe proudly presents Share.Market. Open a Demat account by 31st July and get zero brokerage till 31st December on F&O and intraday, equity delivery, wealth baskets, and zero account opening fees. Download Share.Market and start investing. Investments in the securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Hello, my name is Nishant Suri and I'm thrilled to announce that I will be performing at the Republic Youth Summit on the 12th of July. We're going to have a great time. There'll be lots of jokes and laughter. I'm really looking forward to the event. Stay tuned.
Pistachio presents Cracking News of the Hour.
Amity University, Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Creating a world using sapphire to power change. Manufacturing semiconductors by resident Indians. India, pushing boundaries of possibility and innovating a brighter tomorrow. Semiconductors from India, now from Polymatic.
It also tells the story of history, the history of collecting, right back to George IV, and many of the contents that are in this wing came from Brighton Pavilion, his pleasure palace down on the south coast. But also it tells us a lot about Queen Victoria and Prince Albert and the way that they had this wing built and the way that they occupied and used it, because many of the pieces that we see here have been here literally since the wing was completed in 1850.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
This is Republic and you're watching This is Exclusive with me, Shavan Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on This is Exclusive, we get you a story from Madhya Pradesh. Is it really justified when the government spends 234 crore rupees on just one aircraft? Not just that, spending over 5 crore rupees just for their ministers so that they can have access to a luxury vehicle. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you a special story showing once again how exactly the government's priorities appear to be completely misplaced. But not just that, we also have a power-packed edition getting you 3 other stories that we are targeting. One, a relentless campaign by Republic TV over the last few years telling you that perhaps there is something amiss in the Disha Salyan case. In fact, now Nitesh Rane, BJP legislator, has already been summoned by the Mumbai police. We get you full details on that. And also coming up on this edition is the petitioner who's actually fought for this case to be re-investigated, will be joining us on this edition. Entitled Trainee IAS, once again, a perfect case of how few of our bureaucrats feel that they are entitled to anything they want. And finally, we also put the spotlight on what's really happening in Karnataka. It appears that the government is in a fix, with the Enforcement Directorate carrying out searches at 20 locations and 2 of their legislators under the scanner. All this, it's a power-packed edition of This Is Exclusive and a special bonus story right at the top of the edition. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Disha Salyan case investigation case. Pace, Mumbai police summons BJP leader Nitesh Rane, asks him to submit evidence. IAS trainee officer Pooja Khedkar shunted for allegedly misusing benefits and high-handedness. Probe also reveals she allegedly faked mental and visual disabilities. Investigation into the Worli hit-and-run case gains pace after police recreates the crime scene with the accused. Meanwhile, accused driver sent to 14-day judicial custody. Neat paper leak kingpin. Rocky alias Rakesh Sharma arrested from outer Patna area. Republic Kannada questions DK Shivakumar on Karnataka Treasury loot, but he remains silent. Starting with a bonus story on This Is Exclusive, beyond the 3 stories that we have lined up for you, coming in from the state of Maharashtra and also from Madhya Pradesh. First, with regards to what's really happening in Madhya Pradesh, it appears that the government's priorities are completely misplaced. Ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday, the state cabinet has actually passed an order, and that is with regards to procuring a Bombardier, a luxury plane worth about 234 crore rupees, which would be flying all the way from Japan to Bhopal. And not just that, 30 new Innova Cristas have been bought by the Madhya Pradesh government so that the ministers can be given new vehicles. 19 lakh rupees being spent on just one car, a total budget of 5 crore rupees being spent by the government on just buying luxury vehicles and also this plane. In fact, what's important to point out here is that while Madhya Pradesh, which basically lags behind of all states when it comes to economic and social indices, the same very government today is spending 234 crore rupees just on one plane that is going to be brought. And if you go by what they have to say with regards to why exactly they need a plane, you would be left completely shell-shocked. The government says that they were basically borrowing a chartered flight. So it is important that the state buys its own plane. And not just that, they also go ahead and say that they need 30 new cars. These cars have been bought, and in fact, in a short while from now, we're going to play out that report coming in from the state garage. And the state garage where these new vehicles have been kept, we've also spoken to the in charge there, who tells us why this has been bought, for how much has it been bought, and how exactly high security number plates are all being fitted so that this can be given to the ministers. That's the big story really coming in tonight. First, let's take you through the details of this entire report, and then we'll take you through the versions coming in from both sides. The government and the opposition lashing out at the government, saying that its completely misplaced priorities have been exposed. Let's first take you through the priority list of this government when they are spending the money. A Challenger 3500 jet plane, that is being bought by the Maharashtra government. I beg your pardon, that's the Madhya Pradesh government buying it, 233 crore rupees. Next, 30 ministers, 30 luxury cars, 5 crore rupees that is being spent. Each of these car costs about 19 lakh rupees, ladies and gentlemen. And the state cabinet has already passed it, which means that all of this is now going to be part of Madhya Pradesh's state exchequer that is being spent to buy all of this, while economic as well as social indices of the Madhya Pradesh government appears to be in complete doldrums. The Chief Minister's fancy new ride would be to get a Fortuner. Mohan Yadav, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, will be using a Fortuner. Is there anything wrong in it? Now, the opposition parties have targeted the government by simply stating that at a time when the farmer suicides are at a rise, and the fact that the state exchequer is in the negative, that is the reason why they're raising this entire question, whether at all this was at all needed at this point in time. First, let's play out that report that has been filed by my colleague Satya Vijay from the very place where these cars have been kept.
मध्य प्रदेश की मोहन यादव सरकार ने अपने सभी 30 से ज्यादा मंत्रियों के लिए नई इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार खरीदी है। मैं इस समय एमपी के स्टेट गैरेज में मौजूद हूं और यहां पर आप देख सकते हैं जो लाइन से जो नई चमचमाती इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार है, जिसमें कि प्रत्येक कार की कीमत लगभग 19 लाख है, ये यहां पर खड़ी हुई है। फिलहाल यहां पर 24 इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार आप देख रहे हैं, जिन पर की हाई सिक्योरिटी नंबर प्लेट भी लग चुकी है और ये पूरी तरह से तैयार है। इंतजार है इन गाड़ियों को, इनके जिस भी मंत्री को जो गाड़ी अलॉट होगी उसका। 6 ऐसे मंत्री हैं जो अपनी जो इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार है वो यहाँ से ले आ चुके हैं। कोई अपने मुहूर्त देखकर ले जा रहा है, कोई जानकारों से पूछने के बाद ले जा रहा है। चूंकि जो जानकारी हमारे पास उसके मुताबिक ये जो इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार है ये मंत्रियों के लग्जरी यात्रा के लिए, और चूंकि उनके टूर दौरे होते हैं इस दौरान उन्हें लंबे लंबे सफर करने पड़ते हैं, इसलिए मोहन यादव सरकार ने पहले ही ये तय किया था कि नई गाड़ियां ली जाएंगी, पुरानी गाड़ियों को रिप्लेस करके। 30 इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार में से 26 आप यहां देख रहे हैं जो कि खड़ी हुई हैं, जो इस एमपी स्टेट गैरेज के जो वर्कशॉप के इंचार्ज हैं उनसे भी हम कुछ जानकारी लेते हैं कि उनका क्या कहना है। सर, अभी कितनी गाड़ियां ये इनोवा क्रिस्टा यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं?
हमारे पास लगभग अभी 24 गाड़ियां और खड़ी हैं। 7-8 गाड़ियां अलॉट हो गई है। जैसे जैसे मतलब अधिकतर मंत्री दौरे में रहते हैं, तो दौरे से आते हैं या प्रभारी जिले में रहते हैं, तो फिर वो अपने आप गाड़ियां ले जाते हैं।
अच्छा, तो ये एक गाड़ी की कीमत कितनी है?
देखो, ये तो सरकारी कोटा है, ये इसकी मुझे जानकारी नहीं है।
अच्छा, टोटल। अच्छा, ये बताइए ये गाड़ी कितने किलोमीटर के बाद आप लोग रिप्लेस करने का रिकमेंडेशन देते हैं?
तो हम क्या है, हम क्रिस्टा कारें हैं तो अधिक से अधिक चलाने की कोशिश करते हैं। जैसे करीबन हमारे पास 3 लाख भी चली हुई है, कोई 3.5 लाख भी चली है। मतलब जो ज्यादा मेंटेनेंस मांगती है फिर उस गाड़ी को हम रिटायर कर देते हैं।
अच्छा, वैसे
वीआईपी की सुरक्षा को देखते हुए हम उस गाड़ी को,
तो वीआईपी की सुरक्षा को देखते हुए कोई गाइडलाइन तय की कि इतने किलोमीटर के बाद आप चेंज?
तो हमें विशेष दर्जा प्राप्त है 1,10,000 किलोमीटर का, पर हम गाड़ी की कंडीशन के ऊपर ज्यादा भी चला लेते हैं गाड़ी।
अच्छा, तो इसमें कितना खर्चा आता है सरकार को? कितने सालों में लगभग बदल देते हैं गाड़ियां?
खर्चे का वित्त का मुझे बिल्कुल नॉलेज नहीं है।
चलिए ठीक है। देखिए, कुल 5 करोड़ के लगभग का ये खर्चा बताया जा रहा है इन लग्जरी इनोवा क्रिस्टा कारों को खरीदने में। चूंकि कांग्रेस भी कुछ आरोप लगा रही है, कांग्रेस का ऐसा कहना है कि सरकार वैसे ही कर्जे में डूबी है, किसानों को, लाडली बहनों को और तमाम जो सरकारी योजनाएं हैं उसमें पैसा देने के लिए सरकार के पास नहीं है। इसके बावजूद मंत्रियों की लग्जरी यात्रा के लिए इस तरह की ये जो इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार है आप देख रहे हैं, ये भी नई बिल्कुल कार है। इसके अलावा तमाम जो करीब मैंने जैसा कि बताया कि करीब करीब यहाँ पर 24 से 26 इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार खड़ी हुई हैं और सब मंत्री अपने अपने समय मुहूर्त टाइमिंग के हिसाब से यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं और अपनी अपनी कार लेकर जा रहे हैं। जो इनपुट है उसके मुताबिक मध्य प्रदेश की मोहन यादव सरकार के 6 मंत्री इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार ले जा चुके हैं। जो एक वीआईपी की सुरक्षा के लिहाज से जहाँ पर जो स्टेट गैरेज के जो सुपरवाइजर है उनका कहना है कि 1,10,000 किलोमीटर का एक पैमाना तय है, लेकिन इनोवा क्रिस्टा कार ये 2 लाख से 3 लाख तक भी चलती हैं, लेकिन जब गाड़ियों में ज्यादा मेंटेनेंस होने लगता है तो गाड़ी रिप्लेस की जाती है। फिलहाल कांग्रेस के अपने आरोप हैं, अपने तर्क है, उनका कहना है कि इन लग्जरी कारों की फिलहाल जरूरत नहीं थी, उन्हीं गाड़ियों से काम चलाया जा सकता था, क्योंकि सरकार लगातार कर्जा ले रही है और कर्जा चुकाने के लिए फिर कर्जा ले रही है। इस तरह की स्थिति मध्य प्रदेश की बनी हुई है। वहीं 234 करोड़ रुपए में सरकार विमान भी खरीदने वाली है, जिसके लिए कैबिनेट की मंजूरी भी मिल गई है। तो इन तमाम लग्जरी कारों के बीच सरकार पर कांग्रेस हमलावर है। उनका कहना है कि फिजूल खर्ची में सरकार व्यस्त है।
Well, you've already seen this report where the luxury vehicles have already been bought, high security number plates are already being put, and the ministers would soon get their joyride. Now, the government has gone ahead and defended this entire move. In fact, Minister Kailash Vijayvargiya says that the reason why they needed this plane, which is roughly about 234 crore rupees, if you calculate that, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps a lot more schemes could have actually been implemented with the money that the government is actually spending just on buying this entire plane. Let's first put out that statement that has been put out by Kailash Vijayvargiya, who is also a minister in Mohan Yadav's government.
आप सभी जानते हैं कि राज्य सरकार के पास विमान नहीं, जो विमान था दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हो गया था। अभी हम लोग किराए पर ले रहे हैं और हमने एक इतना बड़ा राज्य है, हमारे पास स्वयं का विमान होना चाहिए। कई बार माननीय मुख्यमंत्री को इमरजेंसी में जाना पड़ता है, विमान नहीं होने के कारण जहां पहुंचना होता वहां नहीं पहुंच पाते हैं, तो एक राज्य का विमान होना चाहिए। आज कैबिनेट ने निर्णय लिया कि एक बम्बार्डिंग कंपनी है कनाडा की, बाकायदा टेंडर से हुआ है, और टेंडर और हमारे जो इसके स्पेशलिस्ट हैं, जो लोग जो इसके विशेषज्ञ हैं, उन लोगों की कमेटी बनाकर, और उन्होंने सुझाव दिया कि यह बम्बार्डिंग कनाडा की चैलेंजर 3,500 जेट विमान मध्य प्रदेश शासन के लिए खरीदा जा रहा है।
कितने में सर? कितने में सर? प्राइस क्या रहेगा इसका?
इसका प्राइस लगभग मेरा ख्याल 233 करोड़। 233 करोड़।
कितने सीटर होगा?
Well, the opposition has targeted the government by saying that the priorities are completely misplaced, especially when the state is struggling to finance various schemes. Congress leader Abbas has spoken on this entire issue. Listen in.
Government in Madhya Pradesh is setting new records of financial responsibilities. We all know this very well. They are wasting taxpayers' money every day in their events or something or the other. Now they have bought luxury vehicles for the ministers, and they have spent a huge sum of money, wherein the vehicles which were being used by the ministers till today were hardly 2 years old, 1 year old. So isn't this a clear case of financial irresponsibility or what? The government must answer this because they are accountable for all this.
Well, let's just take you through the two versions that have essentially emerged from this entire story. What is it that the government has to say, and why exactly are they really defending it? Now, this is what the BJP says to the charges that have been leveled by the Congress party. The Congress in Madhya Pradesh says the government is taking a debt of about 1,100 crore rupees, and the BJP has basically countered by saying that the state government does not have an aircraft. In fact, they're saying that from the time of the pandemic, they have been borrowing the aircraft, and that has also added a burden to the state exchequer. That's exactly the point. The plane that is worth over 200 crore rupees is now being bought by the Madhya Pradesh government. The response that has come in from Kailash Vijayvargiya is that we have to rent the plane for the Chief Minister and others. So why exactly are we going to spend so much money borrowing a plane when we can buy that plane for just about 233 crore rupees? That's the logic that has been given by a minister in Mohan Yadav's government. And more importantly, this is what they had to say with regards to the 30 new cars, 30 claiming new cars that have been purchased, to which they say that there have been delays in the past too. That is the reason why there is a need, and the fact that many of these cars are outdated, and the fact that there is a kilometer charge that has been levied, that is the reason why it is time for the government to buy 30 new cars, spending about 5 crore rupees. Now, this is exactly what both sides have to say. A story that we've been tracking very closely. In fact, let me also bring in my colleague Satya Vijay, who's reporting on this story. Satya Vijay, सरकार ने साफ तरीके से ये कहा है कि उनको ये जहाज और साथ ही साथ 30 गाड़ियों की ज़रूरत है. मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा आपसे सत्य विजय कि आखिरकार इससे पहले क्या था और अब ये डिसीजन लेने के पीछे कारण क्या है?
देखिए सेवन, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि बीजेपी सरकार पर कांग्रेस हमलावर है, आरोप लगा रही है कि जो बीजेपी सरकार है वो फिजूल खर्ची कर रही है. अभी हाल ही की मैं बात करता हूं, मध्य प्रदेश विधानसभा का मानसून सत्र था. मानसून सत्र में 3,63,000 करोड़ का बजट पेश किया गया और मध्य प्रदेश की अगर स्थिति की बात करें, सरकार पे कर्जे की बात करें तो 3,63,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा का कर्जा मध्य प्रदेश सरकार पर है और इस कर्जे को चुकाने के लिए मध्य प्रदेश सरकार लगातार और कर्जा लेती आ रही है. ये मध्य प्रदेश की आर्थिक स्थिति है. हालांकि ये जो गाड़ी खरीदी जा रही है या जो विमान खरीदा जा रहा है, इसकी बात की जाए तो देखिए 234 करोड़ रुपए का विमान खरीदने की बात यहाँ पर की गई है. कैबिनेट से मंजूरी भी मिल गई है, लेकिन पिछला जो राज्य का विमान था वो इतनी कीमत का नहीं था. जो मेरे पास जानकारी है उसके मुताबिक जहां तक है वो 65 करोड़ रुपए का विमान था. ये विमान तकनीकी तौर पर काफी उससे एडवांस है. 6,000 से ज्यादा किलोमीटर का ये सफर तय कर सकता है. भोपाल से जापान तक सीधी उड़ान भर सकता है. लेकिन प्रदेश सरकार की, बीजेपी सरकार की, जो की बात करती है जमीनी जनता की, गरीब लोगों की, आम जनता की, वो कम खर्चे वाला यानी कि कम कीमत वाला भी विमान ले सकती थी. इसीलिए कांग्रेस हमलावर है. कांग्रेस का कहना है कि जो योजनाएं जो लाडली बहना के लिए दावा किया गया था कि भाजपा सरकार आएगी तो हर लाडली बहना के खाते में 3,000 रुपए दिए जाएंगे, वो नहीं दिए जा रहे. किसानों को कर्ज माफी नहीं की जा रही. दूसरी तरफ 30 लग्जरी कारें जो खरीदी है, जिसका कि हमने ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट भी किया. तो देखिए जितने भी मंत्री हैं, मैं आए दिन अक्सर हर मंत्री के पास
आता हूं, देखना ये पड़ेगा कि
जो कार है उनकी.
सत्य विजय, माफी मांगूंगा आपको रोकने के लिए, पर देखना यह पड़ेगा कि आखिरकार सरकार अपना मन बदलते हैं कि नहीं, क्योंकि ये सवाल कई लोग उठा रहे हैं कि आखिरकार क्या ये जरूरत था कि नहीं. Moving on to the other story that we're getting to tonight, this is a relentless campaign that we have carried out. Ladies and gentlemen, something amiss as far as the death of Disha Salian is concerned, who was also the manager of Sushant Singh Rajput. And if you take a look at the timings, just about a few days after the mysterious death of Disha Salian, Sushant Singh Rajput was also found dead in a mysterious condition. In fact, Maharashtra government in the last assembly session announced that they are going to reinvestigate this entire matter. In fact, they had also invited others to provide evidence in this entire matter. Nitesh Rane, BJP legislator, played a very important role given the fact that he had made some startling claims. He said that Disha Salian did not commit suicide as what it was alleged by the Mumbai police then under the Mahavikas Aghadi. But it turns out that Nitesh Rane, who claimed that Disha Salian was murdered, gang raped, is now being called by the Mumbai police. There are also some important updates that we are getting in this matter. Let me go across to my colleague Sandeep in a short while from now, who's getting us the latest details. While we'll stay with these details that are coming in, let me bring in Nilesh Ojha, who is also the petitioner in this entire matter. Remember, it was Mr. Ojha the petitioner in this entire matter, who had demanded that a reinvestigation should be made. Let's put out the details of Mr. Oja on our screens right now. Mr. Oja, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. The reason why many are now raising this entire question as to why perhaps the government has been extremely slow on this entire case. Many tonight are also asking this, do we really know what happened to Disha Salian? In your petition, you have made certain claims. Why exactly did you demand for a re-investigation? Let our viewers know that whether at all there was any pressure put on the Mumbai police under the Mahavikas Aghadi.
Yes, certainly there was a big pressure. और सबसे बड़ा the new evidence which is given in our petition is the जो mobile tower location था, mobile tower location of Aditya Thackeray, that Suraj Pancholi and Dino Moria. So one of the officer had given input to us, and after verifying that, we made a claim in the High Court that in this case, on the date of death of Disha Salian, the mobile tower location of these three people was there, one thing. Second thing, the defense taken by Mr. Aditya Thackeray, that on that day he was, his grandfather was expired, I think Mr. Madhav Patankar. तो माधव पाटनकर जी का डेथ हुआ था और मैं वहां था. तो ये जो डिफेंस लिया है आदित्य ठाकरे ने, वो डिफेंस झूठा साबित हो गया, क्योंकि वो माधव पाटनकर जी का जो डेथ हुआ था दैट वाज 14 जून.
नीलेश ओझा जी, एक आखिरी सवाल करूंगा आपसे, क्योंकि मुंबई पुलिस उस वक्त उन्होंने ये कहा था कि सीसीटीवी फुटेज चेक किए गए हैं और उनको पूरे जांच में कुछ नहीं मिला. आखिरकार वो ये भी कहते हैं कि दिशा सालियान अपने घर से निकली नहीं, ये इसी कारण क्लोजर रिपोर्ट फाइल किया गया है.
हमारा सवाल काउंटर सवाल है कि जिस समय ड्यूरिंग द लॉकडाउन पीरियड, जब एंटायर स्टेट में सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का लॉकडाउन के रूल्स थे एंड 18,000 एफआईआर वर रजिस्टर्ड फॉर अरेंजिंग पार्टी एंड अदर्स, तो इस केस में एफआईआर क्यों नहीं हुआ व्हेन द पार्टी वाज ड्यूरिंग द लॉकडाउन? सेकंडली, इस केस में पोस्टमार्टम के लिए डेड बॉडी 3 दिन के बाद क्यों भेजा गया, जबकि सुशांत सिंह राजपूत का डेड बॉडी सेम डे पे भेजा गया? तो ऐसे पूरा डिटेल्स हमने, वी हैव गिवन एवरीथिंग इन द हाई कोर्ट आल्सो एंड एवरीथिंग इज गिवन टू द एसआईटी आल्सो. देयर आर डिटेल एविडेंसेस.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Nilesh Ocha, for joining us on this broadcast. In fact, earlier in the day, I've also spoken to Nitesh Rane, the BJP legislator who's now been called in by the Mumbai police. He's expected to appear tomorrow, and he says that he's going to provide the evidence, and he says that this evidence will prove that Disha Salian was murdered and gang raped.
I've been stating the fact, not even claiming, but stating the fact that Disha Salian and Sushant Singh was a case of murder, gang rape, and there was a certain party that happened on the 8th of June, and after that these murders happened, and there are in number of witnesses, and there are certain proofs, photographs and evidences which clearly state this is the case of murder and not a case of suicide. And now finally I have been informed that I have to come and give a statement at Maloni police station, and I also believe that they have come across certain evidences and information which states that this is a case of murder, and there are certain names which have been involved, which are high-profile names and who were in the government that time. They are on the post of a minister and other important positions who are also involved in this murder. So all this now has come together, and now whatever I have been telling you and the people and the Sushant and Disha fans, now I will inform the concerned agency and I will show them and I'll tell them whatever I know.
Mr. Rane, do you believe that when the Mumbai police was investigating this matter and they had registered an accidental death report, they were basically under some sort of pressure from the previous dispensation?
See, we all know the Mahavikas Aghadi government were hell-bent on showing this as a suicide. They wanted to shut the case, and that is why they had changed the IO twice. They did not even try to recover the CCTV footage. They didn't even try to investigate and interrogate the right people. They were all indications that there was a certain minister involved in this. I was claiming over and over again that they should investigate Aditya Thackeray, and his mobile tower location has to be investigated. Where was he on the 8th of June? Where was he on the 13th and 14th of June? Everything has to be investigated. But the previous government, obviously, because it was the chief minister.
Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with more exclusive information and detailed stories.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management. Creating a world using Sapphire to power change. Manufacturing semiconductors by resident Indians. India, pushing boundaries of possibility and innovating a brighter tomorrow. Semiconductors from India, now from Polymatic.
Logistical capacity. More trucks, more manpower, more warehouses. This is the first thing that they need to do, to increase their logistical capabilities. Second, they need to figure out a way to work together. They are not alone in the humanitarian effort. There are other international organizations that want to take a part. Sometimes they are pushing aside. So this is another thing that I will address, and I think that they need to bring them in order to increase the volume of the humanitarian support. And third, to stop publish false narratives and false reports. This is the most important issue. Because if you want to work together, let's work together, not get into a blame game. We are willing to scan more. We are not prioritizing, and we are not the one to decide how many trucks will come into the crossing. They will decide. As many trucks that they will send, we will scan and move. But for a fact, and you will see it in a minute, there is no space on the Palestinian side because they have no logistical capabilities. So even if we will bring 1,000 trucks today, there's nowhere to put it on the Palestinian side. That's a main problem.
IAS trainee officer Pooja Khedkar shunted for allegedly misusing benefits and high-handedness. Prime Minister's office seeks report from Pune collector on entitled VVIP IAS trainee Khedkar. Disha Salyan case investigation gains momentum. Mumbai police summons BJP leader Nitish Rane, asks him to submit evidence. Big development in Mumbai hit and run case. Accused drivers sent to 14 days of judicial custody. NEET paper leak kingpin Rocky alias Rakesh Sharma arrested from outer Pune area. Republic Kannada questions DK Shivkumar on Karnataka treasury loot, but he remains silent. All right, welcome, and let's begin this live and breaking with a breaking news development coming in connection with the VVIP IAS officer Pooja Khedkar. And we are getting to hear that a team of Pune police has arrived at her residence. We have also learned that they will be taking action on a luxury car. Cops say that action will be taken according to the Motor Vehicle Act, as no permission was taken for the red beacon that was there on her car. While administrative officers are allowed the red beacon, she still is a trainee IAS officer and hence in breach of rules if she is using that beacon on her private car. Remember earlier, reports suggested that even the Prime Minister's office has sought a report on Pooja Khedkar from the Pune collector. Let's listen into what the cops have to say.
जो ये ऑडी गाड़ी है वाइट कलर की, उसके ऊपर अंबर दिया लगा हुआ है और जो महाराष्ट्र शासन लिखा हुआ है उसका कुछ परमिशन नहीं लिया गया। ऐसे ऐसे हमें जानकारी मिली है, उसी के तहकीकात के लिए हम यहाँ पे आए हैं। गाड़ी हमको अभी मिली नहीं है, गाड़ी मिलने के बाद उसके ऊपर हम जो कायदेशीर कार्रवाई है वो सब करने वाले हैं। जो ये ऑडी गाड़ी है वाइट कलर की, उसके ऊपर अंबर दिया लगा हुआ है और जो महाराष्ट्र शासन लिखा हुआ है उसका कुछ परमिशन नहीं लिया गया। ऐसे ऐसे हमें जानकारी मिली है, उसी के तहकीकात के लिए हम यहाँ पे आए हैं। गाड़ी हमको अभी मिली नहीं है, गाड़ी मिलने के बाद उसके ऊपर हम जो कायदेशीर कार्रवाई है वो सब करने वाले हैं।
All right, Sandeep joins us live from Pune. In fact, Sandeep, trouble mounting for the VVIP, very entitled IAS officer in training. What next so far as police is concerned, if they are telling you something?
See, first of all, Abhishek, there would be an internal inquiry, and in fact, a proper report has been in fact sent to the Maharashtra government regarding her selection process and the wrongdoing that she did, in fact, as she had ordered for a specific office and some specific demands were in fact made by Pooja Khedkar in this very matter to the officer out there in the Pune Collectorate office. So ultimately a proper report has been sent to the Maharashtra government by the Pune collectorate, and in fact with the chats wherein she is communicating regarding the kind of demands that she had made, that she needed a specific office, she wanted the office to be in a specific position, and there should be some material out there in her office as well. Apart from that, yes, it is true that the Prime Minister office has also sought a answer. In fact, a report has been sought by Pune collectorate, and not only that, but the Maharashtra government will also issue a report regarding this whole incident and the kind of action that has been in fact initiated against Pooja Khedkar. The biggest question, Abhishek, out here is that how she got selected. It was 841 rank that she had got, and that too in a disability criteria. Sandeep. Now there are sections of disabilities that have that are selected, but ultimately she chose multiple disabilities. She was summoned by the medical team in order to verify with the fact that whether she has multiple disability or not, but despite of multiple summons, she was not present for her medical checkup as well. Right. So ultimately there are a lot of things that needs to be scrutinized, and whether it was a misuse of power or not, that would be in fact proved by the inquiry that has been set up against her. Abhishek.
All right, thank you so much, Sandeep, with those details. Obviously, the government concerned at the attitude of a very young IAS officer, and perhaps that's why all this action happening. Moving on, and another breaking news development coming in connection with the Agniveer scheme, an important one, and addressing the concerns, some of them raised by veterans. It seems two central armed paramilitary forces, the CISF and the BSF, they have in fact come out and announced that they are going to reserve 10% of constable positions in those respective forces for former Agniveers. This comes following a decision by the Union Home Ministry, which is the reporting ministry for these armed police forces. This initiative, of course, includes age relaxations and exemptions from physical tests for these recruits, aimed at enhancing the forces with disciplined and trained personnel under the Agnipath recruitment scheme. The chiefs of CISF and BSF have come out and made these announcements. Important development there in connection with the Agniveers. And on that note, we move on and get you some stories from across the country in a Bharat in 5 minutes wrap. Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini addressed long-standing concerns over Lal Dora land in villages used for non-agriculture purposes, emphasizing that people lacked ownership rights, registry and financial transactions on such lands. He further stated that previous legal uncertainties created fear among residents. Saini also asserted his government's successful resolution of these issues, providing relief to affected individuals by enabling them to gain legal recognition and rights over those Lal Dora lands.
लाल डोरा की समस्या को लेकर के या लंबे समय से शहरी क्षेत्र में जो लोग दुकान के ऊपर बैठे थे वो उनका मालिकाना हक नहीं था और कहीं तो लिटिगेशन के अंदर थे, कोर्ट के अंदर केस चल रहे थे। मैं पूरे आप सबको इस अवसर के ऊपर बधाई भी देता हूं और हरियाणा प्रदेश के कोने कोने से जुड़े हुए हमारे सभी जो लाभार्थी बेनिफिशरीज हैं उनको भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav criticized Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, accusing them of causing chaos in Delhi and making false promises. He highlighted issues like water scarcity and alleged focus on liquor rather than governance. So Vaishnav raised concerns over scams and corruption allegations involving AAP and Congress, referring to an ED charge sheet presented in the courts. He urged Delhi residents to consider whether Kejriwal and the AAP Congress alliance are capable of making Delhi a world-class city, questioning their suitability based on governance and integrity issues.
ईडी ने चार्जशीट किया है, सारे के सारे विषयों पे फैक्ट के साथ, डेटा के साथ कोर्ट में चार्जशीट दाखिल की है। जो अरविंद केजरीवाल बार बार बोल रहे थे कि कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, आज सारी एविडेंस कोर्ट के सामने प्रस्तुत की गई है। दिल्ली के निवासियों को तय करना है कि दिल्ली को एक वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी बनाने के लिए, एक अच्छी सुविधाओं वाली सिटी बनाने के लिए, शहर बनाने के लिए, एक जो कैपिटल का जिस तरह की फैसिलिटीज़ चाहिए, क्या उसके लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल उपयुक्त है?
Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri highlighted India's potential for significant investment in energy exploration, projecting a $100 billion opportunity by 2030. Speaking at Urja Varta 2024 in Delhi, he emphasized the untapped potential in India's 26 sedimentary basins, despite current exploration efforts covering only 10%. Puri underscored the government's commitment to boost exploration to 16% by 2024 through upcoming block awards. He praised scientific technology's role, citing a 7,500 crore investment in seismic and aerial data acquisition. The event-themed Collaborate, Innovate, Synergize aims to drive resilient and sustainable energy sector through insightful discussions and networking opportunities. The Delhi High Court has upheld a regulation by FSSAI increasing the size of statutory warnings on pan masala packages to 50% of the front label from previous 3 millimeters. The court dismissed a plea by pan masala manufacturers, affirming that the larger warning size is crucial for public health awareness and proportional to its aim. Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar defended the state against National Commission for Scheduled Caste notice regarding alleged SC/ST fund diversion. He cited a state law mandating specific community allocations similar to the one in Andhra Pradesh. Shivkumar asserted the legality and appropriateness of such measures, rejecting accusations of wrongdoing. Listen in.
It is shame on the National Secretary. If the National Secretary is there, let the issue to the central government. See, we have brought a law. Whatever money we are spending to the same community people. We have made a law in this state that this percentage of money we are going to spend to the concerned one. So in whatever 38 crores or 33 crores or 28 crores, whatever is there, we brought a law in this state. First time Andhra Pradesh has brought it. Second time we have brought it. And we are giving to those same section of the society. What's wrong in it? There is nothing wrong in it.
The Indian National Lok Dal and Bahujan Samaj Party will jointly contest the upcoming Haryana elections. INLD Secretary General Abhay Singh Chautala announced. He emphasized the alliance's goal to oust BJP and prevent Congress from regaining power. Chautala accused Congress leader Bhupinder Singh Hooda of being a BJP agent. BSP Supremo Mayawati stated the alliance aims to defeat anti-people parties and form a new coalition government. BSP National Coordinator Akash Anand expressed confidence in the coalition's ability to address public grievances and deliver good governance. The BSP is set to contest 37 out of the 90 assembly seats in Haryana. All right, moving on, and an important development in the Disha Salyan suicide case. We're getting to hear that the Mumbai police, in fact, has summoned the BJP leader Nitesh Rane because he had made some claims about some information that he could share with the investigators if he's asked to. And now it seems the Mumbai police has summoned Nitesh Rane. Let's listen in to what he had to say when he spoke to my colleague Satya Prakash.
जी कल आपको बुलाया है पूछताछ के लिए। मेरे पास समन्स आया है। समन्स के हिसाब से कल मेरा अधिवेशन है। हम लोग मुंबई पुलिस के साथ में चर्चा करूंगा और कभी जाने का सोचूंगा, मगर कल ही जाने की मेरी तैयारी है। मेरे पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, जो ये प्रूव कर सकता है कि ये मर्डर है और उसमें आदित्य ठाकरे का हाथ है, तो उसके ऊपर मैं मुंबई पुलिस को ऐसे बात करूंगा, स्टेटमेंट दूंगा। इसके पहले भी आप कह रहे थे कि जो हमारे पास सबूत है और हम उसको लाके पुलिस को देंगे। इसके पहले महाविकास आघाड़ी की गवर्नमेंट थी, वहाँ उनको आदित्य ठाकरे को बचाना था, इसलिए सीसीटीवी गायब किया गया, मास्टर के विजिटर बुक के 2-3 पेजेस फाड़े गए, वॉचमैन गायब किया गया, रोहन राय को गायब किया, आपके ही चैनल के बहुत सारे रिपोर्टरों को परेशानी दी गई, अरेस्ट किया गया क्योंकि करजत के फार्म हाउस में जा रहे थे। मगर अभी गवर्नमेंट चेंज होगी, अभी सच बाहर आएगा और दिशा सालियान और सुशांत सिंह को जस्टिस मिलेगा। क्या लगता है कि अब सही जांच होगा? जरूर होगा, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा है कि जो जस्टिस या जो नियम कायदा या लॉ अग्रवाल फैमिली को लगाया, जो मिहिर शाह को लगाया, वही अभी आदित्य ठाकरे को लगाया जाएगा।
More on this story, Sandeep joins us live from Mumbai. Sandeep, does Nitesh Rane has anything beyond what is known and is in public domain in the Disha Salyan and the connected Sushant Singh Rajput case, or is he essentially piecing together the information that has come out by way of police investigations, as also the one, for example, done by Republic TV?
See, Abhishek, at this point in time, what is more crucial is that whether there was any officer who had tried his power, or whether there was any politician who tried influencing this matter or not. This is something that needs to be investigated at this point in time, and in fact the Mumbai Police SIT is in fact working in the same direction. Now what I have been told by my sources in Mumbai Police is that they are scrutinizing the CCTV footages as well as the register diary, the visitor diary, that is being also, investigated. Also the Panchnama report is being verified. The postmortem report and the doctor who did the postmortem of Disha Salyan, his statement is also being in fact taken, and the call details, the call data of the boyfriend as well as Disha Salyan herself, that CDR report has been also verified by Mumbai Police. So ultimately in the same sequence, now Nitesh Rane is the political leader. He had made several allegations against a political leader in Mahavikas Aghadi. Now my sources say that after Nitesh Rane, there are high chances that an ex-minister could be in fact summoned. So ultimately, first Nitesh Rane's statement would be important, and what all revelations will be made, that is something that we have to look out for.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandeep, with those details. Nitesh Rane to depose before the police on whatever information he can share on the Disha Salyan case. That's going to be tomorrow. We'll keep a close track. Moving on, another breaking news development coming in this time from Jammu and Kashmir, where the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh has instructed the state government to take over and protect shrines and temples belonging to the Kashmiri Pandit community which lie unattended. That's an order coming in from the Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh High Court, which has come in today. And let's go to Gursimran live from Jammu on this story. Gursimran, what more can you share about this order by the Jammu and Kashmir High Court? Is the state government or the administration of the Lieutenant Governor going to act on it immediately, or it's going to take some time?
Abhishek, this order that has come from Justice Sanjeev Kumar is going to have long-term consequences. This order states this, however, this is in connection with an appeal that was filed by Kashmiri Pandit family with regards to two temples that they have in the Gandarbal district of Jammu and Kashmir that were left during the exodus, and since then they were encroached upon. The Justice Sanjeev Kumar in his judgment has said that it has directed the Deputy Commissioner of Gandarbal to act and to ensure that those religious places of the Kashmiri Pandits left in the Kashmir Valley, they be attended and they be ensured that there is no encroachment of their land as per J&K Migrants Act 1997 that was put in place 6 years after the exodus of the Kashmiri Pandits to secure their properties and also their religious shrines in the Kashmir Valley. Now this judgment, since it has come with regards to a single case, but it is having a far-reaching consequences that it will be implemented throughout the state via different petitions that are pending in the various courts of Jammu and Kashmir, because this is something example that Justice Sanjeev Kumar has set, and now the district administration is also going to act since this is a High Court order, and the district administration says that they will be abiding by the judgment.
All right, thank you so much, Gursimran, with those details. And on that note, I slip into a short break.
Disha Salyan death cover-up back in focus. Unanswered questions linger in Disha Salyan death probe. Probe in Disha death mystery gains momentum, debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
Creating a world using Sapphire to power change. Manufacturing semiconductors by resident Indians. India. Pushing boundaries of possibilities and innovating a brighter tomorrow. Semiconductors from India Now from Polymatic.
They need to increase their logistical capacity. More trucks, more manpower, more warehouses. This is the first thing that they need to do, to increase their logistical capabilities. Second, they need to figure out a way to work together. They are not alone in the humanitarian effort. There are other international organizations that want to take a part. Sometimes they are pushing aside. So this is another thing that I will address.
Pooja Khedkar's case signals UPSC system collapse. Amid brain drain of the best of Indian talent, time for a complete overhaul of civil services. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Amity University, Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Un mensaje a las 12 de la noche a un compañero del diario Sport y me pregunta, ¿esta foto es tuya? Y digo, sí, esta foto es mía. Son las 12 de la noche, yo estaba poco más que a punto de irme a la cama. Le pregunto, ¿quién es el chico? Y me dice, es Lamine Yamal. Suelto un hostia. Y bueno, hasta el día siguiente que todo empieza a coger una dimensión desconocida casi.
Disha Salian death cover-up back in focus. Unanswered questions linger in Disha Salian death probe. Probe in Disha death mystery gains momentum, debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Un mensaje a las 12 de la noche a un compañero del diario Sport y me pregunta, ¿esta foto es tuya? Y digo, sí, esta foto es mía. Son las 12 de la noche, yo estaba poco más que a punto de irme a la cama. Le pregunto, ¿quién es el chico? Y me dice, es Lamine Yamal. Suelto un hostia. Y bueno, hasta el día siguiente que todo empieza a coger una dimensión desconocida casi.
Death cover-up back in focus. Unanswered questions linger in Disha Salian death probe. Probe in Disha death mystery gains momentum, debating tonight at 8 p.m. Real madness takes precedence over life. Hunger for limelight, numbing rational. Arnab debates real addiction and the online facade at 8:30 p.m. today.
Everything was taken away from me. Nothing was left. And I was thrown out of my own party. My party's name was taken away from me. The symbol was taken away from me. The house where I was staying for the past 34 years was taken away from me within 3 hours.
There was this day when you were outside your uncle's residence
You waited there, I think, more than 40 minutes. The gate of the house didn't open. I think that was the day when you decided, you pledged, you're going to contest from the political strong turf of your father.
Till that day, I was trying my best to keep the party and the family together. Nothing can go this wrong that, blood relations can, split apart and like this. But then, yes, I mean, that eventually became a turning point.
If you look around us, we have the young guns in their 20s to startup founders who have truly found their calling towards technology in their late 40s. So we can see that technology knows no age bar.
This event is basically aimed at celebrating the spirit of drive that is there between all of us, within all of us. I believe if you are successful in the journey, the rest of it comes together. In my last 7 years as an entrepreneur, through my ups and downs, I have enjoyed every minute of the journey.
Pooja Khedkar's case signals UPSC system collapse. Amid brain drain of the best of Indian talent, time for a complete overhaul of civil services. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic. From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Super Primetime Max on The Debate with Arnab. It has been over 4 years that Disha Salian was found dead. And I know you remember the case. Remember SSR? Remember Disha Salian? Ladies and gentlemen, an investigation had been launched into Disha Salian's mysterious death by the Mumbai police. 4 years later, today's breaking news is that the Mumbai police has now sent a notice to BJP leader Nitesh Rane to appear before them and join the investigation in connection to her death. Remember Nitesh Rane, the man who made stark claims of foul play in Disha's death and even alleged a murder. Now Nitesh Rane says that the then MBA government of Uddhav Thackeray wanted to cover up the case and save people close to the then ruling party. Who are these people? Meanwhile, the MBA in Maharashtra now says that this is nothing but an attempt by the Mahayuti to target a certain party and a certain individual in the opposition. And it says, why bring this matter up now after 4 years? But ladies and gentlemen, why not? The fact of the matter remains that despite 4 years of investigation, the Mumbai police has still been unable to find the truth behind Disha's death. And we at Republic will continue to ask, how then did Disha Salian die? We'll continue to ask this till we get the answers. Why has the SIT in the last 6 months only questioned 15 people? What happened out of those questionings? If what Nitesh Rane says is true, and there's a high-profile hand behind Disha Salian's
possible killing, then why has the police been unable to unearth the political link in the case? Did the police, under the MVA, destroy evidence in the case? Or with the opposition targeting the Shinde government after the Worli BMW murder case, has the Mahayuti attempted to divert the attention? Is the Mahayuti serious about telling the people of this country who possibly killed Disha Salian? Ladies and gentlemen, debate one tonight. The reinvestigation after reinvestigation after reinvestigation, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know, and we're not letting go of this story. Who killed Disha Salian? Debate number 2 tonight, viewers. At 8:35, 8:40, it's craziness. People are going crazy over reels. People are dying making reels. This real madness has to stop somewhere. And at 9 o'clock tonight, why I believe the story of one particular young IAS recruit overstepping tells you the story of how the entire UPSC central government officer recruitment program is a one big gigantic mess. Unless we clean up this whole UPSC system, nothing's going to change in the administrative services of the country and what the people can expect either. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight. The Republic Network's relentless coverage propels the investigation into the Disha Salian death case. Focus is back on the mystery surrounding the death of the young manager of the deceased Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput. BJP leader, legislator Nitesh Rane, who claims to possess hard evidence of a possible murder, is set to appear before the Mumbai police on Friday. This is a big story tonight.
सीनियर लेवल का कर रहा है ना, वो लोग बोलते हैं सुसाइड ही नहीं है, 100% मर्डर है, ऐसा बोलते हैं, सुसाइड है ही नहीं बोलते हैं। पर मेरा जानकारी में मैं जब इंक्वायरी किया, जब मेरे को सब जगह।
About 6 months after saying that Disha was likely murdered, the family has now changed statements saying it was suicide. The investigation has been dragging on for nearly 4 years now, ladies and gentlemen. Does the change in the statement of Disha's family reflect hopelessness, or is there pressure on the family building again? Huge national controversy over trainee IAS officer Pooja Khedkar's lies and entitlement, sparking a huge debate on the systemic flaws in the nation's civil services process. She has now been transferred, but the whole question is, how did she manage to get there? Lying about mental illness, impaired vision, her economic status, her backward class status. Is the UPSC examination system in the selection process one gigantic mess? In a big win for Kashmiri Pandits, the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh has taken over the protection of unattended Kashmiri Pandit temples and shrines. Directions have also been given to retrieve the entire property that has been sold, encroached on, or grabbed. So, ladies and gentlemen, Republic, in its 4-year-long non-stop coverage of the Disha Salian mysterious death / possible killing, has spoken to her friends, both who were with and were not with her, on the night of June 8, 2020, the party shortly after which she was found dead. Now, the Mumbai police has woken up again. BJP leader Nitesh Rane, who's targeting the Thackeray family, has been summoned. But we at Republic hope this is not lip service this time. Much more than that. Let's debate.
अभी सच बाहर आएगा और दिशा सालियान और सुशांत सिंह को जस्टिस मिलेगा.
The Mumbai police has summoned BJP MLA Nitesh Rane in the Disha Salian murder case.
मेरे पास समन्स आया है, कल ही जाने की मेरी तैयारी है. मेरे पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, जो ये प्रूव कर सकता है कि ये मर्डर है और उसमें आदित्य ठाकरे का हाथ है, तो उसके ऊपर मैं मुंबई पुलिस को ऐसे बात करूंगा, स्टेटमेंट दूंगा.
Focus is back on the mystery surrounding Disha's death. This 6 months after the Maharashtra government announced the panel of investigators in the case. In an exclusive conversation with Republic Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami, Maharashtra Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis said,
मुझे लगता है कि एसएसआर का केस और दिशा सालियान का केस लिंक्ड है और आपने उस केस पर जब बात की थी तो बहुत सारे इशारे किए गए थे।
देखिए
क्या हुआ उस केस?
जो प्राइमरी एविडेंस के आधार पर हमने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया था वो प्राइमरी एविडेंस हम लोग प्राप्त कर रहे हैं और उसके ऊपर उस एविडेंस को, उसकी क्रेडिबिलिटी को जांच कर आगे की कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
दिशा सालियान केस हे कधीच सीबीआयकडे गेलेले नाही। सुशांत सिंग राजपूत केस ही सीबीआयकडे गेलेली आहे। सीबीआयला ज्यावेळेस विचारलं दिशा सालियानच्या संदर्भात त्यावेळेस त्यांनी सांगितलं आमच्याकडे केस नाही, आम्ही त्याचं इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करत नाही आहे, आम्ही केलेलं नाही आहे। त्यामुळे त्या संदर्भातला सीबीआयचा कुठलाही क्लोजर रिपोर्ट नाही आहे। सीबीआयच्याकडे सुशांत सिंग राजपूत ही केस आहे, त्या संदर्भात त्यांनी काही फॉरेन्सिकचे रिपोर्ट दाखवलेले आहेत किंवा सांगितलेले आहेत।
Nitesh Rane has been targeting the Mahavikas Aghadi, alleging a botched up probe.
उनका पोस्टमार्टम हुआ 11 तारीख को, 11 जून को। 9 तारीख को रोहन राय और उसके फ्रेंड्स काफ़ी लोगों को उन्होंने फ़ोन किया और बताया कि 9 रात को दिशा का फ्यूनरल अटेंड करने आए हैं। अगर 9 तारीख को अगर उसका फ्यूनरल हो चुका था तो फिर 11 तारीख को उसका पोस्टमार्टम कैसे हुआ? तो ये सारी जो मिसिंग कड़ियाँ हैं वो तो रोहन राय ही बता सकते हैं।
The then Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh kept peddling the suicide theory. But the family claimed that they were told that Disha was murdered.
सीनियर लेवल का कर रहा है ना, वो लोग बोलते हैं सुसाइड ही नहीं है, 100% मर्डर है, ऐसा बोलते हैं, सुसाइड है ही नहीं बोलते हैं। और मेरा जानकारी में मैं जब इंक्वायरी किया, जब मेरे को सब जगह सुसाइड ही बोला उन्होंने।
अच्छा अच्छा,
एक्सीडेंट बोला, सुसाइड नहीं बोला।
The family has changed its statement now.
आपको लगता है कि उस जो पुराना जो सरकार में मिनिस्टर था उसका जांच होना चाहिए?
मुझे तो ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं लगता है। मेरे को अभी तक सुसाइड ही लग रहा है, मर्डर नहीं लग रहा है।
It cannot be said if the change in statement from the family is owing to pressure. The BJP MLA Nitesh Rane claims to possess evidence of murder, but justice is delayed still. Now the case rests on the statements and alleged evidence that Rane claims to possess.
Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag we remember Disha Salian, and how can we forget? Because we remember that she died / possibly was killed. We remember the fact that this happened just before Sushant Singh Rajput died / was killed. Both cases being investigated, and you would remember that we are the network that put the pressure on the case. We faced all kinds of hardships because we put the pressure. I strongly believe that there are people out there who believe they are getting away. This debate, the breaking news, should be a reminder that people have not forgotten Sushant Singh Rajput. People have not forgotten Disha Salian. But I want to start with Advocate Nilesh Ojha, who's the petitioner in this case, along with Susiben Shah, Chandrasekhar Jha of the Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena and the Uddhav Sena respectively, and Nikhil Jain. You are the petitioner in the case, Mr. Ojha. I think it has become political football. Whenever the BJP wants to hit back at Shiv Sena, Uddhav Sena rather, it picks up the case. And then Nitesh Rane gives 1 or 2 sound bites. It's like a threat, you know. Oh, we know something was wrong, we know somebody was there, we know somebody is involved, and if you don't behave yourself, we will tell the whole world who was there, which politician was possibly involved in the Disha Salian death. It doesn't appear to move beyond that. Why is that, Mr. Ojha?
there are some political underhand dealings. Because, as you rightly said, the first pronouncement of constitution of SIT was December 2022. Second was, when we filed the petition, then they declared the names of SIT committee in December 2023. And when there are clear evidences, and I personally met the SIT members, I have given the name of the officer who had given me the confidential information about the mobile tower location of Aditya Thackeray, Suraj Pancholi and Dino Moria. Then also they have not taken any steps. One thing. Second thing, when they pronounced कि अभी हम इसका scene recreate करेंगे, all people were there, Republicans shown that thing, and of sudden वो issue खत्म. तो ये तो है कि इसमें पॉलिटिकल ज्यादा हो रहा था और जस्टिस का ओरिएंटेशन कम हो रहा था. लेकिन एनी हाउ समथिंग इज बेटर देन नथिंग. अभी समझ इशू किया है तो अभी नीतीश जी प्रूफ दे देंगे. तो अभी वो पॉइंट ऑफ नो रिटर्न है फॉर द इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी ऑल्सो, फॉर द गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो.
But you know, Nilesh Ojha, I understand as a petitioner, as advocate, you feel strongly. Now, Susiben Shah, I'm not sure that your government is serious about it. There's some hanky-panky in the way in which Disha died. I don't think she died. She was bright, talented. I believe she could have been killed. Now, you are not serious about it. You want to pressurize a particular individual. You want to pressurize a particular party. So you say, we are forming SIT. Then immediately you come and say, after 1 year, you say, now we will call Nitesh Rane for questioning. You want this to remain in the headlines. So my worry is that your government, the Mahayuti government, is using the truth about who is the person who was involved in Disha Salian's death as a tool, as a lever, which is unfortunate. You don't want to do anything, don't do. Don't make this an issue of some kind of political blackmail. That's unfortunate for everyone involved. Yes.
To all my panelists and fellow viewers, let me tell you this very, very clearly. As far as the investigation is ongoing, there is no closure report. But so far, in the manner in which the investigation was carried out by the earlier government, it is now absolute opacity. There was no transparency in the matter. There are alleged accusations, whether of the proximity of Aditya Thackeray, Suraj Pancholi, and the other gentleman, Dino Moria, the distance at which, unfortunately, Disha Salian had fallen. It took time to carry out the postmortem of the lady. So all that has to be done in a very transparent manner. This, I remember Abraham Lincoln say that you can't fool all the people all the time. So this is how the Mahavikas Aghadi has ruled.
Do you believe it was an accident? Does your party believe, which was then with that party and you were all together? Maybe. At that time, did you believe? No, I'm asking, Sushi Benji, let me ask. Did your party, which was then with that party and then you were one big party, did you then believe that it was an accident? Did you then believe that Disha was killed? What did you then believe?
Mr. Goswami, Shiv Sena, that is the reason. Shiv Sena earlier was all about the Thackeray family and their diktats. And therefore, there was an uprising.
What diktat were you given then?
Shiv Sena emerged.
What diktat was there in the Disha Salian case? What diktat was there in the Disha Salian case on you or any other members who are now with Ekshad Shinde?
There is no diktat. We want justice to prevail, whether it be any cases where high, mighty and powerful are involved.
You all, Sushi Benji, all of you people keep using these words, high and mighty and high and mighty and high and mighty. First of all, I don't believe any politician, I don't think we should refer to politicians or film stars as high and mighty. They are normal citizens. We should know. We should stop referring to MLAs, MPs, politicians, ministers as high and mighty. What are we? We are small and weak. You keep referring to politicians high and mighty. Viewers, from now on, no politician or actor should be called high and mighty. हम high and mighty है. आम आदमी is high and mighty. You people are not high and mighty.
That's what they call themselves.
They are foolish. They are foolish. They are foolish to think so.
To be moved down on Mr. Shah.
Okay.
They want Vazees to be protected. That is UBT for you. They want criminals. They want Vazee. Vazee is the same man who is a well-known criminal, was made a member of the Shiv Sena, who is responsible for planting RDX at Ambani's residence, where the Thakre clan was found dancing. Mansukh Hirani lost his life because of his Vazee, and today he is a member of the Shiv Sena. No sooner the Aghadi government came, he was involved in Masuli. He is the man who collected money from the police force.
I ask you. See, I'll tell you.
The police commissioner, but now...
I want to ask...
Shinde, it is a clean governance. The police acts without...
There is a particular leader. There is a leader, Chandrasekhar Jha, who has never been named. He who will not be named. But whose role is suggested, or whose name comes up. And then the person says, I was not there. Did anyone ask you whether you were there? Last time the Disha Salian SIT news came, that leader said, I was not there. Did anybody ask you whether you were there? Why this guilty complex? Chandrasekhar Jha. And in any case, now Nitesh Rane will furnish some proof with him. You see, Chandrasekhar Jha and Nikhil Jain, Nitesh Rane has pictures and videos that are incriminating for some person. I think he should have released them by now. What do you think? Should there be a public release as well, Chandrasekhar Jha, of these pictures, videos, evidence? Because we want to know.
See, for last 4 years, Mr. Nitish Rane has been accusing our party that Disha Salian's case is getting involved with some of our leaders, but no evidence has ever come up. And this time also he is just making accusations. He is saying something, and he is saying that he will come before the SIT and he will produce all the evidence.
He must be having something with him, no? He must be having something with him, no?
He is doing a witch hunt.
No,
so BJP,
see, Chandrasekhar Jha, I remember this case. See, I want to remind you, Mr. Jha, 1 minute. I want to remind you.
Let me tell you.
Viewers, just 1 minute, 1 minute. Viewers, I'll take you. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Sushant Singh Rajput was working with Disha Salian. She was his manager. According to information we have, before the death of Sushant Singh Rajput / possible killing, I still believe that he was killed, he received a phone call from Disha Salian telling him some details of what had happened, something that had happened to her, Sushant knew. There is one version that Sushant wanted to go public with that information, maybe even do a press conference. It is in these circumstances that surprisingly Sushant also died / was killed. So one theory is that to cover up Disha's murder, Sushant was murdered. Now, if there are powerful forces involved in all of this, and I'm not naming any, but if there are, then we need to know who they are.
These are all theories.
No, it's not.
No particular circumstance has come up. And eventually if you see, these are all theories, and all theories have been rubbished by CBI also. Even in SSR this case, if you see the AIMS forensic which was confirmed that it was suicide. Eventually, if you see Disha Salian's case, the SIT was formed after 3 years, some political person comes up and names somebody. That is completely a political
Sanju, is this a political use of the case? Because if Sanju,
yes,
if your leader Nitesh Rane and your party have specific information, pictures and videos which are incriminating, and if these pictures were there last year and a year before that, you can't use it as a gun to someone's head. You have to release that information so we get to know. But you're not doing that. Why?
Arnab, I want to place a couple of facts before you and your audience. The fact that you're asking questions of Nitesh Rane, which you rightfully should be asking as to why the evidence reportedly at his disposal has not been made public yet. I'm sure he's going to answer that because he's been summoned by the Malwani police station. But I think the moot point here, let's not miss the woods for the trees. The big question is this: why did in October 2023, and I urge you, Arnab, to ask this question of Aditya Thackeray. Aditya Thackeray went to the Bombay High Court saying that since a CBI probe had already been ordered into the SSR death and into the mysterious death of Disha Salian, the Bombay High Court should not allow any public interest litigation to be heard in the matter of Disha Salian. And he said that any PIL filed on behalf of any friend of Disha Salian or any relative of Disha Salian should be considered as non-maintainable. And the Bombay High Court asked him, you say you are not connected in any way to the Disha Salian death or to the mysterious death of Sushant Singh Rajput. Why then are you so keen to ensure that a PIL in Disha Salian's case is non-maintainable? And Aditya Thackeray had no answers, and the Bombay High Court has refused to make the PIL non-maintainable, which means that the PIL filed by a close friend of Disha Salian's will be heard very soon by the Bombay High Court.
No, but this is all. No, why has the information not been made public? The nation wants to know just that. Why has it taken 4 years to come to this point?
I'm answering that, Arnab. The nation should also know what is it that Aditya Thackeray is hiding. Why is Aditya Thackeray desperately going to the Bombay High Court with folded hands and saying, Mahashay, PIL ko take dijiye, and Bombay High Court says nothing doing.
All our theories, nothing else.
Last point,
and he has been granted anticipatory bail not to mislead this investigation by a sessions court.
Did I heckle you? Wait for your turn.
You are speaking something rubbish and I am speaking to you. And I am correcting you.
You are making irrelevant points. Now wait for your turn.
Channel.
I know you're rattled after listening to the name of Aditya Thackeray.
Under what circumstances
Aditya Thackeray is involved. Yes or no? Jawab do. Aditya Thackeray is involved. Yes or no?
You know nothing about anything.
Why did he go to the Bombay High Court? Saying throw off the PIL.
You are speaking nonsensical things. Because you don't know your subject, you are speaking nonsensical things. Your Nitesh Rane has not adduced any evidence for last 4 years. He was on an undertaking given anticipatory bail by Bombay.
Aditya Thackeray's request.
And you seem to
so you
guide
tell
an
me what is Aditya Thackeray's interest in Disha Salian case?
It's a political vision and you people are doing political vision because
Aditya Thackeray says, you see, I'll tell you what is happening now. I'll tell you what is happening now. 1 minute. I see your hand go up, Nilesh, 1 minute. Narayan Rane, Nitesh Rane are saying that Disha Salian and Sushant Singh Rajput were both murdered. Viewers, as I take this story forward, I'm asking you tonight, do you remember the case of SSR and Disha Salian or not? Do you remember that this was a case which was left unfinished or deliberately unfinished? Do you believe, viewers, do you believe that what Republic fought for was a legitimate fight? And do you believe that the investigating agencies have not done a good job in taking the investigation forward? Now, Narayan Rane says Disha and Sushant were murdered. Aditya Thackeray says all of these things are a BJP conspiracy. Aditya Thackeray says the BJP is trying to malign the image of the opposition. I am not passing judgment at all. Am I passing judgment? Not a word here or there, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm reminding you about SSR. I'm reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, about the unfortunate incidents of Mumbai in the year 2020 and 2021. I'm reminding you that while we battled COVID, we were also fighting for the truth, and I don't want you to forget. I see Nikhil sitting nervous today, looking down, looking to his left, looking to his right, not knowing what to say. Apart from
Arnab, I've been patiently waiting 30 minutes for you to
I've
come
never
to me
seen
in the
this
debate.
patience
I've not been
before.
nervous. I've been reading about all the bunch of lies that Sanju has been trying to peddle.
Oh
so
my
far
God,
as the
I
case
don't
in the
need your
Bombay High Court by
certificate,
Aditya
Nikhil.
Thackeray is
I
concerned, that
don't
was an
need your
intervention
certificate.
application. Sanju, stop
Aditya
heckling.
Thackeray-
You can't
No,
use...
1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Sanju, let him complete. I will come back. This is a big story. This is a big story. This is a big story.
Arnab, what I was trying to say is that... What I was trying to say was that what Aditya Thackeray filed in the Bombay High Court was an intervention application in a PIL, which PIL was filed claiming that there should be a probe of, involvement of Aditya Thackeray and other people in the Sushant Singh Rajput and Disha Salian death cases. Now, obviously, if somebody right before an election, a political person is being, alleged that he was somehow involved in the murder of a celebrity and his manager, they are going to seek some legal remedy for that. Now, the court may or may not have allowed the relief that Aditya Thackeray was claiming, but that is not to say that Aditya Thackeray is in any manner involved. And most importantly, 2 years it has been the government of the BJP in the state. Why has there not been an investigation? Why does this Nitish Rane chap feels the need to come out with the police every
I don't know.
when the BJP is in trouble?
We remember Disha Salian.
They are trying to cover up their inconsistencies in the Mumbai PFW case and the Pune Porsche case. That is what is happening. See, instead of putting murder charges on the guy who killed that woman in Mumbai, instead of trying that Pune guy as an adult, what they're doing, they're raising down the bar. They are talking about Aditya Thackeray. They are talking about Sushant Singh Rajput.
I am not discussing any individual. I am not discussing any individual. I am only saying tonight.
Why is Aditya Thackeray so rattled?
I don't know why he is rattled.
Why does Nitish Rane not explicitly take the name of Aditya Thackeray? He knows he'll lose the defamation case. There is a reason they have to point fingers here and there instead of directly naming it. They cannot
When the elections come, they try to break up the system.
How did Steve Pinto die? All these people died after June 14th, after the death of
How accidents have been covered up by BJP and Shiv Sena?
He was your Vasuli person.
If you say so, these things are done by
very good friend of Disha Salian.
People have made Maharashtra non-resident place.
He was your Vasuli man.
Can you please ask the BJP and the Shinde Sena?
I will only ask.
Why is the government so incompetent?
I just want to remind people. I want to remind people tonight, Nikhil, 1 minute. 1 minute. I want to remind people, viewers, a young life snuffed out, and a person who knew, called Sushant Singh Rajput, also dies with wound marks on his body. Case still being investigated. Just before her death, Disha has a long conversation with a friend in London. Just before her death, Sushant Singh Rajput allegedly speaks to her. And just before his death, Sushant Singh Rajput wants to go public with some information.
That London
Disha's body, I will continue this debate till the end of debate 1 tonight. Disha's body is found at a significant angle from the building, ladies and gentlemen, indicating that external pressure was put on her and she was thrown out rather than she fell. If a person falls, they don't do a long jump before they fall. They fall down vertically. A significant angle means that the person from a high floor was pushed to their death. Uncomfortable facts nobody wants to know. But you know something. We know.
CCTV goes missing. The watchman goes missing. The registered pages go missing. Why this suspicion?
The government not investigate into it?
I'm saying we can't name anyone yet.
Public domain.
We can't name anyone yet, and it is. I also believe it is wrong.
Where is the
1 minute. I also believe that it is wrong, and Nitesh Rane is going to join me in a minute. I believe that it is fundamentally unethical to put pressure on Disha Salian's parents, saying, you say whether she died, or you say whether she was killed, or you say whether it is suicide. They've changed their word. They were not there. They don't know.
Arnab, you've not asked the basic question. When Disha Salian was found dead, the watchman said she was found stark naked. Even if a woman decides to commit suicide, who takes off all her clothes and jumps from the 12th floor?
The CCTV also went missing. The CCTV also went missing.
Then come here. You are a forensic expert.
CCTV goes missing, body is found at an angle in extremely suspicious circumstances. Now, Nitesh Rane is with me tonight. Gentlemen, 1 minute. Everyone, we'll have everyone on. Nitesh is there, we'll have the other guests also. Nitesh.
Yeah.
Nitesh, tomorrow you will be going to the police station to give some proof and to submit your evidence or give your statement. Now, I want to know, why has it taken you so long? One. And if you have, what are these? You have pictures and videos, why have you not made them public so far?
See, Arnab, you clearly know during the Mahavikas Aghadi government, they were hell-bent in trying to cover the case for very obvious reasons. And they very well know during the Mahavikas Aghadi government, it was a case of murder. It was not a case of suicide. 8 June, Disha Salian was murdered. And, you know, and then the 30th, Rajput was murdered. And this was a clear case of murder, and a cover-up was done after that. And a lot of things your channel was following it up very aggressively. So you know everything. The reason why all this is taking its own time, because you very well know during the 2.5 years back, the Mahavikas Aghadi government went away. Now there is a different government in the state. The SIT was formed, everything was done, inquiries have begun and everything. And I think now eventually the ball has come to my court, where I will be called for a statement. And whatever I know, I have been telling you and everyone, that whatever I know, whatever I have, whatever the proofs I have, I will be giving it to the police. I didn't want to give it to during the Mahavikas Aghadi regime, because during when my investigation, where me and my father were called, they were more interested in knowing why was Aditya Thackeray, what proofs do I have against Aditya Thackeray, what pictures do I have. And they were continuously getting calls from Matoshri, which I could, and I myself saw it on the officer's phone. So all these things were there. So that is why it was better to wait for the right time, so the justice will be served in the right way. And now I think the time is right. As I'll be called for the statement, I will be giving and telling them everything that I know. All the people that I think should be interrogated, all the people I think, all the aspects which I think they should be interrogating and investigating, so they can reach to a logical conclusion.
And you believe that information you have links the death of Disha Salian and SSR both?
Why, Arnab, why would Uddhav Thackeray call up my father Narayan Rane and request him? He called him twice about the Disha Salian case, and my father has gone on record about this. And Uddhav Thackeray himself told my father कि मेरा बेटा है, आप संभाल के ले लो रानी जी. So if this was done, if this call was done, so obviously Uddhav Thackeray very well knows that his son has committed a crime.
But then, why does it take so long? Now this government is 4 months, 5 months. Right, Sanju, my question. Now you are saying we'll do SIT. Why did one waste 4 years and do it in the last 4 months? Then it seems to me that this is being used as a political instrument.
Arnab, please don't mind me saying so.
I don't think anyone is going to benefit.
Okay, I think Mr. Rane wants to answer that.
because I think now is the time that when the justice is going to come out, why it was not done before, why it is going to get done now. I think these all questions should be kept aside, and we should just all go in and now ensure that Disha and Sushant finally get justice.
Arnab, I want to add something here. With no offense to you, I'm surprised today you are asking all the questions to the Fadnavis government, which in December 2023, Devendra Fadnavis, by virtue of being the Home Minister, ordered the Home Department to set up a 3-bench SIT to probe the Disha Salian suspicious death case. Instead of applauding Fadnavis for setting up an SIT, which should have been done by Uddhav Thackeray, you are asking the BJP, why is the BJP bringing this up now? The BJP is bringing this up now because the case had been closed by the CBI in 2022, and to reopen a case which has already been shut, it's even that much tougher. And kudos
Why
to
did the CBI close the case?
Kudos to Narendra Modi.
No, CBI has not closed the case. Excuse me, can I just point this out?
2022.
No, question is, has the CBI closed the case?
No, the CBI, I myself...
But Nitesh is saying something here, Sanju. Let me go to Nitesh.
CBI has not shut the case. CBI had issued a statement clearly mentioning that we have not shut the case. The investigation is still on, and we have not shut the case. So this entire propaganda that has been said that the CBI has already shut the case, they have said it's a suicide, it's all a lie. The official statement by the CBI has already been given that the case is not shut. And one more thing.
Yeah.
CBI was never investigating the Disha Salian case. CBI was only investigating the Sushant Singh Rajput case. So there is no question of CBI closing the Disha Salian case.
No, but my question is...
No, he's lying. Arnab, he's lying. He's lying. There's a reason Sanju said that the CBI closed the case. I'm reading
One minute. Advocate Nilesh Ojha is petitioner in this case. Advocate Nilesh Ojha, Nitesh Rane, who is going to be questioned tomorrow by the Mumbai police regarding the Disha Salian case, and I can tell you it will be most high-profile questioning. When he goes to the police station, gives his statement, there'll be 100 cameras behind him. The focus in the case is going to come back. What our viewers want to know, will this open up SSR also? And has the CBI shut the Disha Salian case, as has been reported in some places, that the CBI found no foul play, no need to be suspicious in the Disha case. This report had come in 2021. But has it closed?